Hello, fabulous superstar Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2018, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is, and it truly is amazing. You know, we are right now at the beginning, at the very beginning, in the early part of the month, we are going to start Venus retrograde season. Now, I'll be talking a lot about this in the months to come. I'm talking a lot about it in the Venus retrograde special horoscopes on my website, on YouTube as well. And so there's a lot here that is the beginning of a larger cycle that's going to take you right to the end of the year. And for you, it becomes that much more important. This particular Venus retrograde is going to move between the sign just before yours and your sign. And it is the days right around a new moon that is going to happen, right around the 9th of the month. It is the days following that new moon that you really want to watch, because that is when Venus will enter your sign and will reach out to Uranus and Saturn. Now, these connections with Uranus and Saturn are going to be repeated again as part of the larger retrograde season, and it's going to be part of the characteristic of the months ahead. So do pay attention to what is happening in your life at this time. But really, you are one of the signs, you and the Libras, because it is going to be Venus moving back and forth between Libra and Scorpio over the course of the coming months. It is you that is going to have a deeper appreciation of what love is for you, and the love that you want, and the love that you have, and the love that you wish you could have more of. And it is you who is one of the signs who is most likely to find old loves coming back into your life, and a sense of reconsidering what was, what comes to your past in the context of love. Now, it's not just romantic love. This has to do with, people, places, things, situations, getting more honest with yourself about whether or not you love it. But just be prepared. When it comes to love, there may very well be surprises in the days following that new moon. And these surprises may be the kind that feel, on the one hand, like an awakening, but ultimately help you to make some choices, and they are mature choices at that. So where it comes to love, if you are someone who is open to meeting someone new, again, this idea of past loves coming into the mix could happen. But the other part of this is that this is going to give you a chance to see some of your deeper patterns. This larger retrograde season is going to give you many moments of awakening where you realize your own patterns. Whether that happens with someone new or someone returning can be part of the picture now. Now, for those of you who are in an established bond, then this is going to bring up, if there have been issues, this is where it's going to be like, okay, you got to address them, you got to heal these, you got to move forward if you want to move forward with this person. And any kind of breakups that happen with Venus retrograde, especially in your sign, and the sign just before yours, well, they tend not to stay broken up. It's like you miss certain key details. And what tends to happen is, if people find their way apart at this time, whether you officially break up or whether you feel distant from your partner, well, you will get another perspective. You'll get to see the relationship differently as we move a little bit late into the year, and I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. Now, with that new moon is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with your friends and groups you belong to. So this ordinarily suggests a very social time in general, so it gives you that much more opportunity to connect with new people. It is speaking in supreme harmony with your ruling planet Pluto, and in harmony with Jupiter in your sign, which tells me that what is transpiring at this time in terms of the conversations, the socializing, the opportunities, they actually have the seeds to be even bigger opportunities. So it is important, especially at this time, to strive to meet as many people as possible, accept invitations when they find you, because chances are, at the very least, you'll have moments that feel like they open your heart and feel like they get you believing in the possibilities of love, and the possibilities of the potential and the opportunities and all the wonderful things that can be for you, which they absolutely can. However, at the same time, it can just be fun. It can just be enjoyable. It can just be something that stays with you. And it can also be very practical as well. The one thing you don't want to do is carry too much expectation. If you're thinking a specific person is going to do something for you, that's when you want to be a little bit mindful. We do have Neptune standing across the sky from this new moon. And so that can suggest that if you're looking in one specific direction to make one specific thing happen, that's when you're limiting your vision. And so it's best to cast your net wide at this time. I would also say there might be a little bit for a small percentage of you out there with this Neptune connection. Well, if you feel like you're compromising something that is core within you, if you feel like there's something like really authentic that you don't want to give up, that maybe an opportunity comes now that would sacrifice your authenticity, well, look, it's always up to you to decide the right move for you. But that may be part of this equation, especially if you're hoping for an opportunity related to a creative endeavor. As we move towards the later part of the month, right around the 24th is when we are going to have a full moon. This full moon is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with your day-to-day life. So for some of you, this is going to be related to work. And this can be a time when you feel a sense of people leaving your workspace. That can happen. It looks like its time has come, and it may bring with it more responsibility for you. At the same time, this can be a time of changing tasks and changing responsibilities in the workplace. And again, it looks like there's that measure of a sense of what needs to be done, that you're ready for this opportunity. At the same time, though, just keep in mind, because Mercury is standing across this full moon, it's the Saturn connection that is suggesting the responsibility. The Mars harmonious connection is suggesting that you are feeling very excited about the changes. But Mercury standing across from this full moon tells me that there are details that you may not be seeing as part of what may be transpiring, that there are certain information that may be hidden from you. So if someone is leaving, it could be that, they're telling you it's one thing or one reason, but there might be a whole other story behind the scenes that you just aren't aware of just yet, but will be revealed in the fullness of time. You may be getting a lot of different opinions about what is transpiring around you and in the workplace, but at the end of the day, it is your own work and the quality of your work that gives you security. And this energy also plays out where it comes to self-care as a spiritual practice and how well you take care of yourself and feeling your absolute best. And so this can be a time where you realize you're ready to make some changes on a level of health and on a level of habits to move you towards a greater sense of strength and longevity. What I love about this month for you, well, look, I love that Venus retrograde season is starting. Venus retrograde season, not always the easiest time, but I think it's going to bring just the right amount of growth and the right amount of surprise and drama to feel comfortable for you, because you are one of the signs out there that actually finds your calm within strong emotions and things moving at a pace that may not necessarily be so predictable. And that is part of the excitement. It's part of the fun now, but it's also part of the journey that lets you know that you're learning a whole lot about love starting now. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, including Venus horoscopes on my website as well, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.